Hey guys, welcome to the Potsy. My name is AJ.
And this is Lex. So what do we have today?
So, Mr. Lex, I don't know if you're so familiar with the Chinese market, but the Chinese market is going through a downtrend right now. They're already almost on their lows of in the market, and right now is another big blow to them. Evergrande, it's a big company in China, which basically for 17 months had to pause and halt their trading. Their stock was basically suspended March 21st of 2022. And now the company has basically lost a record of $39 billion. So the company is basically going towards bankruptcy, and it had a total liability of 2.4 trillion yuan. If I'm saying the Chinese currency, basically yuan, and it's massive. It's a massive loss. It's the world's most indebted property now. So that is, I think, another trigger. Okay, so you know how we had the SVB debacle with the banks losing money. Now over there in China, they're losing a lot of property and it's indebted. So is the Chinese government going to pick it up? If you're an investor and if you are an investor in China, maybe it's an opportunity to maybe get some cheap, properties from over
What
there.
what wasn't that is isn't that the same company who was building and building in their like cities
Correct, correct.
in China empty? So they couldn't sell it because they were building properties where they don't have the people to buy the properties.
Yeah. They filed Chapter 15 bankruptcy, which is very rare, and they did it in a US court, which protects its US assets from like creditors while it's working to like restructure a deal somewhere else. And it's very it gets very you know like I said, if you're an investor and you want to, consider trying to, get some cheap property from them, it's a great time. And that also, but the thing is, it's like a domino. So if Evergrande is expected all the way on the other side of the, hemisphere, when will the commercial real estate over here start getting affected? Because, commercial real estate is like actually not doing good here in America too. So that's going to cause like those domino effects how it happened in '08. So once it starts affecting commercial real estate, and the thing is it's different from home real estate. Home real estate is consumers and everyday people trying to pay off their loans, and this could be worse because these are going to be businesses that are going to be, if they can't afford to pay off their commercial real estate, businesses are going to be starting to close too. So that's going to be very, very dramatic, and that's going to go to people losing jobs. Once people start losing jobs, that's going to lower, that's going to raise uh, job loss, and then I think we're already at a high rate cycle. So people that bought mortgages on a high rate cycle can see struggles to paying their mortgages back, and that could cause another little home real estate side to go down. So right now it's, man, it's scary, but right now the consumer strength is strong. People are buying products, people are buying services, but I say that be careful. Think you should start saving your money. I think you should definitely look for opportunities where you can, uh, you know, wherever you can save money. And if you find any opportunities to like double your money or increase your money, definitely take those chances and see where you can increase your money. Right now, if you want to freely, safe, secured way to increase money like by 5%, 6%, you can look at T bills. T bills and T notes are at high interest rates, obviously, right now. They're almost matching the current rates. So those are ways where you can, safely, you know, uh, raise your capital. And well, right now, going back to Evergrande, uh, their net losses, it's catastrophic. It's in the billions, like hundreds of billions of dollars. And the company was about to go into default, but for some crazy way they posted a net profit of 8.1 billion, even though their properties were in debt hundreds of billions of dollars. So it could be like, the government of China was doing something to, interfere where, they stop preventing it. And it happened in how the '08 crash is. The Lehman Brothers were in debt like for several years before that actually went bankrupt. So are we seeing another Lehman Brothers over here? And if we are seeing that, how is it going to affect the U.S. markets and markets elsewhere too?
Right. Do you think if maybe, I mean, Chinese government had to do something?
Well,
I'm
the
sure it's
Chinese
the same.
government did actually cut rates, like almost a lot of rates right now. They've cut it
I
to
mean,
one rate.
are they gonna bail this company out of like the U.S. government does?
So they're trying to, they did as much as they can, but the debt level is so insane. I don't think they're gonna bail them out. I think they're just gonna whatever investors are gonna lose, or they're gonna lose, and it's gonna be like the Lehman Brothers. A lot of people are gonna lose their jobs, their properties, maybe people. But the thing is, in these properties, it's crazy because no one was actually even living in them and stuff. So it's like total losses and stuff. So
Right. I mean, they built almost a whole city. They were building cities, trying to relocate people from one city to another, and people didn't move because the prices, I believe, were too high. And I mean, these buildings are already built. Some of them are halfway done. How, talking about the ones that they're already built, I mean, what's going to happen to them? Is the government going to take over? Because that's what I'm thinking the government from China would do. They're going to take over completely. I mean, they're going to own it.
Yeah, so their offshore debt is including like uh I think they're gonna have to like sell a lot of those properties, and they're probably gonna lose a lot of money for cheap, like cheap prices. I don't know if you remember one of those topics we used to talk about Chase Bank buying a Wamu for like dirt cheap, like in the millions, where and basically all their collateral and properties were worth basically billions. So it's like pennies on the dollar. So,
Yeah.
like I said, if there's investors, maybe how I don't know if you're following the Evergrande situation in the U.S. for their properties in the U.S. or the assets in the U.S., you could probably get them for pennies on the dollar. So that's something to look out for. Tell us what you think is going to happen with this Evergrande situation. Is the market going to be affected tomorrow? Right now, the indices in the U.S. are still positive. We'll see what happens towards the morning. If this Evergrande situation is going to expand, we'll keep you updated and let us know what you think. Thank you guys,
Thank
and
you,
we'll see
guys.
you in another one.
We'll see you in the next one.
Like, share, and subscribe if you like this content.